Hey, so I'm back. And I have a nice fragrance here called as the Liam Grey. Okay, so this is a pretty popular fragrance and this has been with me for quite some time. Thought finally let me get the review done for this. It's good and let's know how good it is, how's the scent profile, projection and all of it. You're watching the Perfume Experience. My name is Rodney. Let's get going right after this intro. Alright, so welcome back and this is the Liam Grey. It comes in this nice grey colored box, very good looking, in fact feels very premium, very sturdy, and it's got this Liam written at the back. It's 100 ml EDP and it's got the Lattafa hologram, all of that, very nice packing. And when you kind of open it up like this, you are basically presented with the bottle. It looks like a very snug fit bottle case. There's this velvet black thing all across. So we've done the Liam blue shine, right, and that was a very nice fragrance. And then we also had this both of them were released at the same time. So but this is more of an evening wear. We'll talk about this. Just look at the bottle, very nice bottle, and it's got a nice gray colored thing going on, and it's got the Lattafa written here, Liam Grey, and the hologram and all of that information. This is a partial from the decants list. If you wanted to get this particular fragrance, we have it on decants, so you can definitely try it from there. Well, what is this an alt of? That is the most important thing and we'll talk about that. But before that, let's do a couple of sprays and do a check on the scent profile. Sprays very well actually. I kind of like the way this particular sprayer works. The Lattafa sprayers now are really nice. This one is really good as well. So this gives you a very nice opening of a sweet, like a gourmand kind of a opening slightly, and then you feel a little bit of that slight spicy element. You have a bit of vanilla that you can feel, and you have a good amount of powdery elements that you can feel. Overall, it feels very nice in the opening. The opening is just too good, and then you start enjoying the magic of this particular fragrance. So you will get a bit of cardamom, you will get a bit of fig, and then you also get a little bit of vanilla, tonka beans, and then you have patchouli on this particular fragrance, and a little bit of vetiver as well. And it smells really nice. You have a very green type of a vibe that you get on this particular fragrance that's coming from the patchouli. And I told you it smells, though it is sweet and it is vanilla type, it also has got that light element of spice that I was talking about, and that is coming from the patchouli, I feel. Okay, because patchouli as a fragrance note has got very earthy, dry, herby, that kind of a note, and also has got that spicy element as well. So the spice part comes from that. But on the whole, it smells very divine. The vanilla kicks in right at the front and it really smells good. Now, along with the cardamom and the fig note that's there's also another very unique element on this particular fragrance which makes this very nice as well, which gives you that green vibe as well, and that's the note of the black tea. Okay, so there is a tea note which is there, which is very nice. It gives you that little bit of that sour, tarty kind of a spicy element. But aside to this, there is also a very interesting element of iris on this particular fragrance. So there is iris, there is labdanum, and then there is vetiver in the heart notes, and at the base there is sandalwood, vanilla, tonka beans, and of course patchouli. But on the whole, you kind of smell a very nice opening of cardamom and fig coming together. The tea note is lightly at the back, that I would say, but mostly it can be defined as a ambery, fruity, vanilla, sweet kind of a fragrance with a little bit of a fresh spiciness and a little bit of that lavender, iris, talcum note that you want, which is very nice. Now, the talcum note, the iris note is definitely evident on this particular fragrance. In the initial time when you kind of smell it, it's more on the cardamom and talcum, but the talcum is basically coming from the iris note, which gives that creamy richness into this particular fragrance, and it smells divine. Okay, now like I said, the opening is superb, and then this particular fragrance continues to be linear for about 40 to 45 minutes to 1 hour, I would say, is where you can kind of really feel that very good essence of this particular fragrance. And then it starts to slow down, it starts to go a little more softer, and then during the dry down is where you get a very talcumy, woody kind of a feeling, and that's probably coming from sandalwood and vanilla coming together with a little bit of that tonka beans vibe, and you get a very dry down, which is for about 5 to 6 hours time. Now, on the whole, if you look at the fragrance in terms of its projection, it's a soft kind of a fragrance, probably does only about 2 feet of projection. The first 1 hour, 45 minutes to 50 minutes to 1 hour is where it projects really nice, and then it starts to soften up, and the softening part goes up to 3 to 4 hours time, and then the the lasting on your apparel can be there for about 6-7 hours as well. So it does last, okay, it definitely does last, but then the lasting is not very evident, not very loud as such. It's very soft after the 4-hour mark to 7-hour mark. It's barely sniffable kind of thing, but it's a really good signature scent profile that you will enjoy, especially during a colder time, during winters, all of that. You will absolutely enjoy this particular fragrance. So definitely a good job done by Lattafa. Now, what is this an alt of? This is an alt of BDK's Gris Charnel, okay, and there is the extract version, and this is the non-extract version. So this is what they are gone for, and I don't have the OG with me, so I can't really compare that with the OG, but I've seen posts where people say that this is very close to about 85-90% of how close the OG is, but nonetheless I would highly recommend you to try it for a very important reason. This, I feel, is one of those unique fragrances that you should explore. This is really one of those fragrances. It opens up very well. It smells very different to compare to any of the other fragrances that you might have smelled, especially because of the fig and the tea note and the cardamom coming together. But most importantly, it's the iris and the sandalwood holding these two fragrances together. And of course, at the base, you have the nice sandalwood, creamy sandalwood with a little bit of that spicy patchouli coming into picture and making it a whole new affair of a very lovely kind of a fragrance. Now, this is especially good if you're looking for dates, if you're looking for something to wear casually, you want to enjoy the fragrance that you're wearing, you want to just sit by yourself and enjoy all of that. This is really, really good. You will definitely garner compliments as well from people, because though the sillage and the radius of the fragrance is smaller, but you will still be able to get compliments from people who are around you. So from that point of view, it's a nice scent. Especially I would recommend it if for close encounters, for dating, all of that, it would be good. You can definitely carry it off to office as well, no harms about that. You can definitely wear it to office, and it's a good one for office wear as well, because in the indoor condition is where I think this will really work well. It does its magic. But an outdoor in the high heat, humidity, this is not the type of fragrance you want to wear. This is definitely for the colder days, for the evenings, all of that part of it, it works well. Now, who can carry it? In my opinion, both men and women can carry it very well. Any age group can carry it. I don't really have an age group criteria for fragrance. As long as you're confident enough to wear it, you should pull it off. Absolutely no frills about it, right? Now, you can get this from many of the sellers that are available, but in case you're interested, you can DM us. We can check if it is available for you. But definitely this is available in decants. You can definitely try this. You should also try the Liam Blue Shine, which is an alternate of the Acqua di Profumo, whereas this is the alternate of BDK's Gris Charnel, and a very unique fragrance. And like I say, and I will say it again, this is one of those fragrances that you must absolutely try it to experience a very unique offering as such, and in a very good way. While the projection might not be the best of this particular fragrance, but it does a very good job, especially if you like soft, powdery, iris-based fragrances with a little bit of that fig note or a cardamom note. Now, cardamom note, fig notes are basically oriental type of note, with even if you look at black tea note as well, it falls into that green aromatic type of a fragrance vibe, and along with the iris, it's definitely a very talcum, very nice, soothing kind of a fragrance, and Lattafa has done a very good job on this one. Now, this, I think when we got it, was around 1950 to 2000 rupees roughly. So if you are able to get it around that ballpark figure, you should definitely consider it, because this becomes an excellent gifting option as well. Just look at the presentation. They've done a really good job with the presentation. It's got this nice jacquard thing going across, and the bottle also is good. It smells absolutely amazing, right? And I hope this video is definitely better. The lighting, I worked a little bit on making the light softer and all of that, and I hope this video comes out really, really well. So if you like the video, hit the like button, subscribe and share. You're watching The Perfume Experience. My name is Rodney. Until another time, take care. Bye now.